Last chapter ended with Han one text message away from spending his 5-star summoning ticket on the strongest woman in the Empire. This chapter opens with her getting murdered. And by the end of it, the woman doing the murdering is enjoying it a little too much. Pick Me Up, Infinite Gacha, Chapter 208. New here, this channel recaps every Pick Me Up chapter the day it drops. Chapter 207 asked, does Delphine die before Han can pull her? Chapter 208 is the answer, and it is not a fun one. Let's go. 208 opens on cleanup from last chapter's fortress scouting. Adele clocks that Han's squad keeps losing and gaining people. Quote, you had more than 20 people with you before, no? Where have they gone? Han's answer is the most Han answer possible. They return to where they came from. They'll be back once the fortress raid starts. Adele asks if he means different dimensions. Han, something like that. She doesn't push. She just files Han's entire party under Miracle and moves on, which is either trust or the single worst risk assessment in this war camp. Then the system does something new. Floor 42's mission flips from a normal raid to standby type. Party 1 can now move freely between the lobby and the mission site, and the mission keeps running even while they're back home. Han's crew is visibly confused about how he even noticed the change. Nobody in this squad has clocked that their boss reads patch notes for a living. A portal to the lobby opens up, and the party's actual first reaction is relief. Quote, it's nice we're not trapped here like other times, let's go back and rest. Give these people a vacation, they've earned it. Except then the system drops a flag Han recognizes and they don't. This quest is a repeated one, not similar to, repeated. As in, the game has run this exact mission before on someone and it's rerunning it now. Han's internal read, more than ever this mission, feels ominous. And that's the whole scene. No explanation, no lore dump. Just a professional gambler looking at the board and going, yeah, no, something's wrong with this table. Meanwhile, the actual planning conversation is Han and a party member doing math nobody wants to do out loud. How many backup squads to put on standby, whether people who haven't hit 4-star yet are going to get themselves killed, and the group consensus is, it's too late to regret it now. Cute. Very reassuring. Write that on the recruitment poster. Time skip inside the same floor. Adele comes to Han's door with an invite. All of the higher-ups will be attending a meeting tomorrow morning. We prepared a spot for you too. Han's actual concern isn't the meeting, it's the politics behind it. Quote, a few NPCs have been friendly, but will that be the case for the other higher-ups too? It'll be hard to cooperate with the NPCs if I don't attend. Translation. Han knows he's rolling into a war council full of nobles who don't know their NPCs, and exactly one of them is a 5-star card he's trying to recruit without anyone in the room finding out that's what's happening. And here's the line that matters for everything that comes next, his own internal status check on the guest list. Delphine is neutral, not friendly, not hostile, neutral. Freya's on his side, Adele respects him as a knight, and the strongest woman in the Empire is a complete unknown walking into that room tomorrow. Han's actual move. Quote, I'll ask Eniug to use the 5-star summoning ticket once she logs in. He is not waiting for the meeting to decide. He's pulling the trigger the second his handler is online. Somebody tell Delphine she's already been added to cart. Time skip to the actual night of the meeting. Full moon, quiet sky, manhwa's universal signal for nothing bad is about to happen, which by this point in the chapter you should not be trusting even a little. Han shows up to the checkpoint. Guards cross spears, stop, check his papers, Han Islat, yes, and wave him through. One soldier mutters, what's with his eyes, as he walks past. Normal chapter, that's a throwaway creepy detail. This chapter, keep it in your back pocket. Han walks in expecting a war council. He gets a slaughterhouse, bodies on the floor, blood up the walls, and standing in the middle of it, Adele, drenched, blade still in hand, having very clearly just fought for her life against however many people did this. The chapter doesn't explain it yet. It just lets you sit in the room with Han for a second while he processes that the higher-ups meeting he walked into is a crime scene. And here's who did it. A purple-haired noblewoman, mid-laugh, standing over a bleeding hand on the floor. Quote, I thought you were supposed to be the strongest in the Empire. Is this all you've got? The status card confirms the name. Persene Lidel von Stravern, head of House Schuttenberg. Remember Schuttenberg. Chapter 207 mentioned it by name as one of the noble houses whose bloodline got mudded over the years, which is the polite, in-universe way of saying not pure enough to be summoned here. Turns out mudded bloodline doesn't mean weak. It means she's had something to prove. She's not alone either. A robed man shows up backing her, screaming about the great prince and calling Adele that traitor bitch for siding against him. So somewhere above Persene, there's an actual prince running this operation, and House Acinia just got marked as the opposition. When someone sarcastically calls Persene our hero, her response is, quote, "I was just carrying out an execution." Casual. Like she filed paperwork. And the person Persene's been executing all night is Delphine, the 5-star, the best in the Empire, you'll see from last chapter. On the ground, bleeding, screaming, "Let me go, you bitch." And when she tries to pull rank with her own name, she doesn't even get to finish the sentence. "I am the Asini's H." Cut off. Mid-title. That's the chapter telling you exactly how much her name is worth to the people currently holding her. A second villain, a hooded mage nobody's named yet, steps in, drops a command sigil, and gives the order in exactly one word. Die. And this is the panel the whole chapter's been building to. Han, mid-motion, screaming, quote, "No, not her." And then the line that tells you exactly what's going through his head in that moment, and it is not a nice thought. Our 5-star hero, not her name. Not no, don't. Our 5-star hero. Even at the one moment his brain should be running on pure horror, the loot brain doesn't fully turn off. That's either the funniest line in the chapter or the most damning one, and the chapter doesn't clarify which. I'm leaning both. Here's the part I have to be straight with you about. The chapter does not show you the hit land clean. You get blood, a falling shape, a scream, no confirmed kill panel. No body. If you came here for a yes or no on whether Delphine survives the strike, 208 hands you a maybe and moves the camera to Han instead. Whatever did or didn't land, Han's response tells you everything. Persene taunts him. "Your face looks more interesting now." And Han's answer is ice cold. "You're the second woman to make me this mad. We don't get the first name on that list. We really, really want it." Meanwhile, the mage is still monologuing, and this is the detail that turns my stomach more than the blood does. Quote, "You have no idea how intense it was all night. Everyone was begging to be spared." Both the old man pretending to be dignified and the handsome young man pissing themselves and crying for their mothers. Then, deadpan. How pathetic. That's not a fight recap. That's a full night of murdering this camp's command staff, one by one, for fun, and the chapter lets him brag about it in full sentences before Han gets a hand on him. Last exchange of the chapter. The mage, smug, "I wonder what you are going to say." Han, "I want to say that right back at you." Then straight to Persene. "You're gonna be begging me to stop." Any normal villain, that's a threat. Persene's reaction is a full face, glitch-framed, genuinely unsettling. Ooh, she's not scared, she's into it. The chapter ends on the single most "this is going to be a problem" villain reaction I've seen in this series, and then just cuts. The chapter closes on the same Party 1 roster from 207. Han, Jenna, Velkist, Cassio, Kashasha, no Delphine card. Which tells you nothing, because you weren't getting a card for her even if she's fine and hasn't pulled her yet. The roster not changing is not the same as her being okay. This chapter earned that distrust fair and square. Floor 42 is still flagged standby. The clock hand set up 2 scenes ago. Party can retreat to the lobby. Mission keeps running. Floor 45 is the boss stage waiting on the other side of the timer. That clock did not stop just because a war council turned into a crime scene. That's chapter 208, a recruitment meeting that turned into a massacre. A 5-star hero on the ground before Han could even spend the ticket, and a villain who wants Han to make good on that threat. If this one hit different, smash like and tell me in the comments. Is Delphine walking out of this arc, or did the gacha just lose its 5-star before the pull even went through? Subscribe so you don't miss 209. See you in the wreckage.